If we had the budget, we would have opened with Frank Sinatra's Chicago, but we don't have that budget.
No.
At all.
No.
So instead, you get what you get and you don't throw a fit.
Exactly.
As we tell our kids. Welcome to Our Savings Starts Tomorrow. My name is John. My wife, Jen, sits across from me here at the kitchen table, and we just tell you travel stories, travel tips.
Mishaps.
Oh, yeah. Mainly mishaps.
Mainly mishaps.
And out of those mishaps, much like the Phoenix rises tips for you. Today, it's all about Chicago, the Windy City, Chi-Town.
Chi-Town.
On which lake does Chicago sit? That's the question. Do you know?
Michigan.
Michigan is correct.
Ding, ding, ding.
Look at you. I would say Chicago, best known for Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Also, my best friend's wedding.
Was that Chicago?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Home Alone. I think they're in a Chicago suburb.
That sounds right. Also, the musical Chicago. Let's not forget that.
Oh, yeah.
I think also most Vince Vaughn movies they put in Chicago.
Do you think so?
I think so, yeah.
Huh.
But before we tell you anything about Chicago, I want to tell you about the donut, D-O-N-U-T donut. What is the most precious resource in the world? For all of us these days, it's your time, right?
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah, so it's hard sometimes when you don't have a lot of it to spend it on the news. Well, the donut, or a dose of news useful today, is a news brand. And they even think the news sucks. They think the news is boring and dry and negative. And what they've done is they've created this email that comes right into your inbox each day that I sign up and I listen to or read. And it's great. It's quick. It's engaging. It is so easy to understand. It's 100% free.
I love that.
Which is fantastic. It's designed in such a fun, easy way to read that you don't feel like you're reading the news.
Oh.
But then you're informed for the day.
I mean, that is exactly what I want in the morning. I just want like quick, easy. I want to know what's happening so I don't sound dumb.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's it.
Fast, fun, 100% free. News awaits. Subscribe for free today. You can go to thedonut, DONUT.co/travel. So again, thedonut, DONUT.co/travel. All right. Chicago. We've been to Chicago a few times. Got some family who live in Chicago as well. Been out there for weddings. There is a famous and very old Saturday Night Live sketch with John Belushi and Dan Aykroyd where they run a hamburger joint. And they keep yelling, cheeseburger, 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 no Pepsi, cheeseburger, cheeseburger.
Yes.
It's like really famous. And it was actually spoofing a restaurant in Chicago because they all were doing the Second City there. Mm-hmm. And the restaurant was called the Goat Tavern.
Uh-huh.
Still open today.
Yes.
They will still yell at you
yes.
about ordering cheeseburgers.
Yes.
So it's fun to go inside.
Yes.
You can even buy a shirt now that says cheeseburger on it. And
yeah, I highly recommend going there.
Yeah,
it's fun.
An adventure. Right?
Yes.
And they've expanded. There's a bunch of locations now but did you know why it's called the Billy Goat Tavern? I didn't know this.
No.
So, from 1876 to 1945, the Chicago Cubs were like one of the most successful baseball teams.
Okay.
Obviously, you know that. You're a huge baseball fan.
Duh.
Yeah, that's what you do always.
Mm-hmm.
Until 1945, in the World Series, when Billy Goat Cianis, the owner of the Billy Goat Tavern, and he was a Cubs fan, he brought his goat with him, Murphy, to the game. And,
that was allowed?
Well, no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, exactly. The usher was like, you can't bring a goat in.
Yeah.
And so he was upset. He was an original Karen.
Okay.
And he threw a big fit. And he actually said the Cubs ain't going to win no more. They'll never win a World Series so long as a goat's not allowed in. And the Cubs were officially cursed, and they didn't win again until 2016.
No way. I did not know
You didn't
that.
know that story?
No.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Of course, I mean, if you're going to talk food.
Chicago.
You talk Chicago deep dish pizza, right?
Yeah, or Chicago dogs.
Did we even get a Chicago dog?
We did.
We did. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like Chicago dogs?
I like all hot dogs.
What?
But yes, I do like the Chicago dog. It's you know what it is?
Mm-hmm.
It's the celery salt that they put on it.
Oh, see, for me, the pinnacle of Chicago or of hot dogs is your Costco boiled hot dog.
And what do you put on that? Just ketchup and mustard?
Some ketchup and mustard and the relish, and then you do the little wheel that puts the onion
Yeah,
on
but
it.
Chicago, no ketchup.
Oh.
Mustard, there is some relish. I typically don't like relish, but there's so much other stuff happening on it that it just tastes. And I like the spicy peppers.
I feel like the tomatoes are too much.
No,
they put
it's
those
good.
Tomato wedges on the Chicago dog.
No, I like it.
You like it all? Okay.
I like it all.
Is there a Chicago dog restaurant that we went to that you would recommend?
The one that we went to, which they say is like one of the
OG
good ones, is Portillos, I think.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Portillos.
There's two L's. So
two L's.
It gives a yeah sound, but maybe it doesn't.
I don't know. It's on Ontario Street in Chicago. So
the Chicago deep dish pizza is the other famous one.
Oh, and same thing. It's funny. Like most places, it's like Chicago dogs, deep dish pizza. You don't want to say who has the best, really.
No, it's like New York, where everyone's claiming to be the original. It's the same thing with all of these places.
Yes, I think we've gone to at least 2 or 3 different like OG deep dish places in the different times that we've gone. But
I think Pizzeria Uno is actually the first.
Be careful what you're saying.
I know. But Gino's East is probably the one we've gone to the most.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of them. They're even on the west side now.
Yeah.
But Gino's East was like...
Is Gino's the one that has like all the like writing on the wall and stuff? Yeah, I remember that place.
There's another place called Lou Malnati's. And they all claim to be the best, but they're all great.
Yes, they're all good.
With deep dish, you just need one slice.
Yeah.
Were you going to say you can have more than one slice?
You could have maybe 2.
It
is so much.
It's so heavy. It just like hangs out.
Yep.
And doesn't leave.
It's delish.
Ever.
It's so good.
Outside of food, what do you think you can't miss in Chicago? Like, what's there that you need to do?
There's actually a lot of different things. You got to see the Bean.
Oh, yeah. The Bean. You know what it actually is called? I didn't know this.
No.
It's not the Bean.
Oh, it's not?
We always go and
Yeah.
we're like, take a picture next to the Bean.
Yeah.
It's called the Cloud Gate. It's a cloud.
Huh.
I had no clue.
I didn't know that either.
It's a bean.
Yes.
That's what everyone says. It's
Yes.
at Millennium Park. And it's Millennium Park is like Central Park for Chicago. And you need to take a photo with the bean.
Yes. And it is big there. I mean, there is a lot of different like sculptures and art stuff. There's like different fountains and things like that. Now, the Married with Children fountain.
It's a different place.
That's not Millennium Park.
No, it's not.
Okay.
I wrote that down somewhere because I actually knew you would talk about that fountain. It's called the Buckingham Fountain, and it's at Grant Park.
Okay.
That's the Married with Children fountain because we went looking for it.
Yes.
Because I grew up watching Married with Children.
Is Married with Children based out of Chicago?
Why didn't
we talk about that? Oh my gosh.
Oh, and when you take a photo of the bean, you're gonna have to like throw albums with every other Instagram influencer and person there because it's like the place to take one. But there's food trucks also like at Millennium Park, and there's like this 3.5 acre garden that's free to walk around. So if you're just looking for something to do, you can spend a lot of your time just at that park.
Especially with kids, actually, because we've taken our kids there before and take the stroller. It's a good place to run around, get energy out.
As long as you're in like spring or fall. You're not doing it in the wintertime.
I will say that is the one thing about Chicago.
I love Chicago.
Their weather.
The winter is just, oh my gosh.
But you think the summer is so much better?
I would take the sticky summer though over that winter. The wind has a way of like, no matter how many layers you have on, it can still find your bones.
Yes.
It's horrible.
I remember you went one time, I think it was during Super Bowl that you went one time with some guys, and you were like, my eyeballs felt like they were going to freeze.
Do you know like on National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation?
Yes.
Also based in Chicago.
No way.
Yes.
There's so many things that we forgot to mention.
But there's that like Aubrey's eyes get frozen open.
Yes.
That's how it was going in wintertime in Chicago.
Gosh. I think I've only gone in like spring and then in summer.
It's great in
but
spring.
in the summer, it is
sticky.
It is sticky.
So if you want to go inside, go over to the Willis Tower, which will always be called the Sears Tower.
I was going to say, like, I don't know. It's Sears.
You can rebrand it all you want. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's the Sears Tower.
It's very touristy.
Yeah.
But you got to do it.
It's great.
Especially if you've never done it before. Once you do it once, you don't have to do it ever again.
At one time, it was the tallest building in the world. Mm-hmm. And you could do the sky deck, which is on the 103rd floor. And that's what had the ledge that we walked out onto. We were talking actually a few weeks ago about how all these places now have
the ledge.
Plexiglass
Yeah.
thing, but it's fun.
It is fun.
It goes out 4 feet from the building.
Mm-hmm.
It's like on all sides too. There's more than just one place. So I mean, they get you through pretty fast.
Yeah.
And you can go stand out there and take your photo of, I'm falling.
Yeah.
And
I think you had Liam in your hands when you took your...
I did.
And I was like, is this
I'm
safe?
going to take our son out.
Okay,
So it's
cool.
okay if I fell to my death. But you were worried more about our son?
No, both of you.
Oh, you're worried about both of us.
Both of
both
you.
of us. We'll get that photo up on our Instagram page, which is at Our Savings Starts Tomorrow. Oh, and speaking of Instagram, this is a good time to talk about our other sponsor, Heart Soul Heat.
Yes.
Heart Soul Heat. Big believers in our podcast, and we are big believers in them.
Yes.
So please, if you like what we do, will you buy some honey from them?
And it's so good.
It's spicy honey, and it's craft made. It's made there in Minnesota, and Raul's a good guy. But here's the thing: we've always talked about putting it on food. Mm-hmm. You know, you could put it in drinks.
Ooh.
You didn't even think about it. You and I make a hot toddy every week.
Yeah.
In winter,
It's like medicine.
we've never once used our ghost honey for this.
Oh my, you know what?
I know.
Guess what we're doing tonight.
I know. You can make the Eager Ghost. It's 2 shots Glenlivet, 1 shot Ghost Honey over ice.
Ooh.
What about bourbon, lemon, and Ghost Honey?
That
That's
sounds
pretty much like the hot toddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very addictive. It's sweet. There's a spicy tingle to it. I recommend buying a 3-pack at heartsoulheat.com and follow them on Instagram because that's how you'll get those ideas. Those
Yeah,
recipe
I know.
ideas
They have a
like
lot
that.
of recipe ideas on there.
Another place you got to go when you are in Chicago is Navy Pier.
Oh, yeah.
Navy
That
Pier.
place was fun.
It's like a mini, I was going to say a mini amusement park, but
Yeah.
there's a lot to do there.
It's like a, well, I mean, it is the pier. So, I mean, like when you
It's
think
like
of
a pier.
it's like a pier, but it is a pier.
Yes.
But they have like the cheesy games, and then there's like a Ferris wheel,
Yeah.
and there's,
The Ferris wheel's fun.
yeah.
It's big.
It is big. Again, very touristy.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't like go there every time that we go, but
No, but
you
if
know,
you're
the
going
kids
to
have grown, so like
Chicago-
I probably would take them again.
Yeah. It's between Illinois Avenue and Grand Avenue.
Mm-hmm.
And they have everything. That's the Centennial Wheel is what the Ferris wheel
Yeah.
is called. And they have the Chicago Children's Museum. It's
Mm-hmm.
right there. That's where you could get on all those, like, is it the duck cruise?
Oh yeah.
know,
that takes you on
On
like
land and on water
Yeah.
and everywhere in between.
I will say when you are on the Navy Pier looking out over the lake,
Yeah.
it legitimately looks like the ocean.
It's an ocean.
Actually, your sister, when we went there once with her, she actually did think that it was the ocean.
Yeah,
And we had to break it to her that wasn't, in fact, the ocean. But it's vast. It's big.
Oh, yeah. They do fireworks a lot.
Oh,
on the
yeah.
pier,
That'd be
and-
cool.
Yeah, there's the Chicago Shakespeare Theater is right there
Oh.
as well if you want to see a show. Of course, Wrigley Field is another iconic stop.
We've never done that, or at least I never have done that. Have you done that?
No. I've gone when it's not in season, and we were going
Yeah.
to go once when we were on a trip and try to hit that Sunday game,
Yep.
but we couldn't in time. But if you're not a baseball fan or even a Cubs fan, it's still worth. It's Wrigley Field.
Right? Like
just-
you have to.
Yeah.
And you have to get a hat.
Little Big League. Is that Chicago?
Oh.
Is that Chicago also?
Yes, because isn't his dad or his grandpa own the Cubs?
Wasn't that? I don't know. We'll have to look that up. Or you can
Or
correct
the one
this.
that with his arm.
The arm.
The arm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wrigley Field opened in 1914 and is currently the second oldest Major League Baseball stadium in the league after Fenway Park, which is Boston. So
I wonder if you can get a Chicago dog at Wrigley Field and if it's good.
of course you can.
Like a Dodger dog
Yeah.
at Dodger Stadium.
You can get deep dish pizza at Wrigley Field also.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Get all the stuff.
I bet you could get beer there.
You get beer at any of the places. The Magnificent Mile.
Oh, yeah. I spent a lot of time on Magnificent Mile.
13 blocks that banks the Chicago River, and it's one of the most famous shopping areas in the world. It's like Rodeo Drive.
Yeah.
Like you could go to.
Well, it's like a mall and Rodeo Drive. I mean, because there's like these high-end stores, but then there's also just kind of like Bath and Body Works.
Yeah.
And then there's Louis
that
Vuitton.
Nike store on the corner is huge.
Yeah.
So yeah, you could just spend all day. And
I
all your
will
money
say,
there.
though, again, interesting choice to have it all outdoors based on Chicago's weather.
I've walked it in the winter, and it's like a wind tunnel. The wind just comes right down
Yes,
there.
and I've walked it in the summer, and let me tell you, you are sweaty. Nothing like you want to go into those stores because you're like,
That's the plan.
AC
Actually, I think in the winter we had to go to every store.
to warm up.
You couldn't stay. Your lungs would freeze.
Yeah.
You have to go from store to store just to warm up.
Yeah.
As you work your way down. Or I guess you could get a cab. If you want to be smart about it.
Oh, if you have money for a cab.
Like
okay.
The Chicago River Walk is another thing to walk. It's right along the Chicago River from Lakeshore Drive to Franklin Street. And
that's the one that they dye green, right?
For St. Patrick's Day.
I would love to go there for St. Patrick's Day.
Chicago and St. Patrick's Day.
Right? Like, isn't that iconic?
Yes. That's like one of those bucket list things.
It's like New York for New Year's Eve.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Although, you know what? I don't want to do that. So I probably wouldn't want it. But it would be cool to see them dye
I'd rather
green.
do the Chicago for St. Patrick's Day because I can find a bathroom.
Yes.
I feel like if I'm going to New York for New Year's, I'm peeing in my pants.
Yeah, you're stuck.
Right.
There's nowhere to go.
No,
I think that all the time.
I like the party atmosphere that Chicago brings to St. Patrick's Day. And the Chicago Riverwalk, that's where like a lot of restaurants are. There's more shops. They call it the second lakefront there.
Yeah.
And you'll see like, again, boats.
Yep.
Out on, it's huge.
It is huge.
My sister thought that was an ocean also, which was weird because you could see the other side.
Oh my gosh.
And there's also a lot of fun events that happen. They even do like concerts and cultural festivals there on the Riverwalk. The Art Institute of Chicago is the art museum that Ferris Bueller goes to.
Oh, okay, yeah.
To go back to how I started it. And I did mention the Buckingham Fountain. Other places we ate at, we went to the Girl and the Goat.
Yeah, that place was so good.
It was
kind of it's not downtown. Like you definitely have to like Uber to get there. It's in the like meat packing district.
It's called Restaurant Row now.
Oh, is it? Okay,
yeah, in
cool.
The West Loop.
But it's like it truly is like a farm to table in the sense that they have like farm tables.
You have to sit next to people who you don't know.
We didn't really like that part, but the food was really good.
I don't like when restaurants, I get why they do it, but I don't like it. I don't want to hear someone else's conversation. I don't want them sitting next to me. I don't like that kind of thing. Even before COVID, I didn't like that kind of thing.
I wonder if they're still doing it actually.
Oh yeah,
with COVID.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know, but still, it's a seasonal menu, like a farm to table, like a true farm to table restaurant.
The food though was fantastic.
It was really good.
You and I were really into MasterChef when we went to Chicago, and Graham Elliott used to be one of the judges. He's been out for quite a few years now, but he had a restaurant in Chicago called Gideo Sweet.
Yep,
it's closed.
Oh,
but I wanted to talk about it because he made the best chocolate chip cookies.
I know.
There was something about
they were really good, but it was funny how excited you were for that.
I was so excited. I was really into MasterChef. I can't begin to tell you. Jen bought me a couple MasterChef cookbooks.
It was like a mission to go to this restaurant just because he was such a fan.
It was like I was taking a pilgrimage to.
Yeah, you were fangirling hard.
I know.
At that restaurant. I think we have like a whole like photo shoot with like the menu and everything.
And he wasn't there to take a photo with me.
I know you were really hoping he'd be there. I'm like, I don't think Graham Elliott just like hangs out at the restaurant on like a Friday night.
I was hoping that.
Nope.
A lot of bars we went to. A lot of bars.
Ooh, gotta go to an Irish pub when you're in Chicago.
Of course you do.
Totally.
That's part of it.
There's a ton. I mean, honestly, like every corner, I feel like.
What's the most popular Chicago bar?
Chief O'Neill's.
That's right. Yeah.
I think.
That was like one of those big ones to go to. You know, another bar that I did was Harry Carey's. Harry Carey was the voice of the Cubs. And I think there's two of those in Chicago. Yeah. And it's really fun. It's got memorabilia from his time. And that's really cool.
You know what I just love about Chicago? You get this like New York gritty vibe, but then this like Midwest mentality.
Yes.
It's kind of a cool place like that. Also because it is more centrally located, it is fairly easy to get to, like no matter where you live. I always forget that. Like it always seems so far, but then like we go and it's like, oh, like really? It's only like a 3-hour flight? Like that's not bad. Like we can go for a long weekend.
Yeah. I would never recommend flying in there in the wintertime.
Oh, no.
Because you'll get stuck at
O'Hare. Oh, yeah. For sure.
Yeah. But even the system, like the train system's great there.
Yep.
Where you don't have to stress about a rental car.
Yep.
You could land, get on the train, get right into town, and find your way around.
Yep.
Much like New York. I actually found the system to be easier in Chicago than in New York, though.
I agree.
And quicker, just to get from the airport to our hotel and everything. So, yeah. There you go. That's Chicago. That's our latest episode. Thank you so much for listening. Make sure you follow us on Instagram. It's Our Savings starts tomorrow. And if you have been listening and you've never given us a 5-star review.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Why are you being stingy?
Maybe
you
it's
listen to
because
us and then you don't like repay us with a review?
Maybe it's because they feel like it's more of like a 3 or a 4-star show, but they don't want to hurt us. So they just don't review us.
I mean, I kind of appreciate
I
that.
guess if that's how you feel about the show,
Then
that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just keep listening.
just keep listening.
Don't review us.
Yeah.
Or, lie. You're lying about something already.
I'm okay with a little white lie.
Yes, exactly. It's going to help us. We'll have a brand new episode next week. Bye-bye.